What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. NBA DFS video. Pretty big slate here, guys. This video is for Wednesday, the 6th of January, and we have an 11-game slate, massive slate. We've got most of the Vegas numbers are in already. By the time you watch this video, depending on when you watch it, the numbers are probably changed. That's just the name of the game, but hopefully we're able to help you. Obviously on the website, probably around noon, come check NBA and then Vegas odds. And then if it's not updated by then, we kind of like to wait until like 3 Central-ish, give or take 3 Central. And then we'll have most of them. Now, lines obviously change up until tip-off, but those will really help you out when building your lineups. And if you're not using our FTA Plus and you're just using this, the Vegas lines can help you out as well. So we made a few tweaks to the article that you guys are used to. To see the full article, click the link down below. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through each position. And each position we have 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value plays. Now, these are not the only... I've had this... A lot of people ask me this. These are not the only plays that we like. These are just some of them off of our cheat sheet. Our cheat sheet is already live on the site. These are just some of them. This isn't the only players I have in my player pool. I just want to make that clear. But in the chart, we have their Draftkings and Fanduel salaries. We also have the Fanduel, Draftkings, and Yahoo projections out there. Now, we have minute projections, and on our cheat sheet, we have a lot more projections. But for the sake of the video to not be 2 hours long, I'm going to go through each position, and I'm going to give you guys the DraftKings projections. So first off, let's just look at Vegas real quick. A huge game, so stick around, but this will help you out when you're building your lineups. The Rockets and the Pacers with a 227 total. Pacers open up as a 2.5-point favorite. The Cavs at the Magic open up as a 6-point favorite. There is no over-under as of the making of the article. Wizards at the 76ers. 76ers are a 6.5-point favorite with an over-under of 231. Hornets at the Hawks. Hawks are a 6-point favorite, 232 total. Boston at the Heat. Heat open up as a 2.5-point favorite with a pretty low total. Not the lowest, though, at 218. Jazz at Knicks. Jazz open up as a 6-point favorite, 214.5 total. Thunder at the Pelicans. Pelicans are actually an 8-point favorite here, 213 total. I would like to see that a little bit more, considering they're thinking they're going to win by at least 8 at the moment. Pistons at the Bucks. Bucks open up as a 13.5-point favorite here. So Giannis, if he doesn't get, he's priced up there. So if they do blow out, Giannis could sit. So that is something to pay attention to. 226.5 total there. Then we have the Raptors at the Suns. Suns opening up currently as a 3.5-point favorite with a 217.5 total. We've got the Clippers at the Warriors. Warriors are playing really great ball right now. So I could see this line going down to maybe even like 2 or 3. But the Clippers open up as a 5-point favorite. No over-under yet. And then the Bulls at the Kings. Kings opening up as a 7-point favorite at home with a 231.5 total. Love the Kings here. Love the Kings here. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into the projections here. So like I said, I'm going to do the DraftKings projections. But if you guys want to see the rest of them, click the link down below. This article will be the first link there. The views on the article definitely help me out a lot, along with the views here. If you guys want to win a free week of content, and if you want to win a lifetime pass to FTA Plus on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, stick around after the projections. We'll talk about all the different contests that we have. But don't forget, if this video gets 30 likes, we'll give out a Fanduel and DraftKings GPP lineup. We'll pin it in the comment section. And we had 20, so we were almost there for yesterday's slate. So make sure you like the video and subscribe. Moving to the point guards, you got Trae Young at the top here at 51 fantasy points. I love some Trae Young. De'Aaron Fox, like I said, I love Sacramento here. We used De'Aaron Fox 2 nights ago, and he did very well for us, projected at 49 fantasy points. Ben Simmons against Washington, projected at 47 fantasy points. Mid-tier picks here, Chris Paul. I love him here, right around 37 fantasy points. Drew Holiday at 36 fantasy points, and Lonzo Ball at 35. And then value here, George Hill, 25 fantasy points, Peyton Pritchard. Now, Pritchard's price did go up. I believe 2 nights ago, Pritchard was $3,900 on DraftKings, so he's gone up $700. I mean, he had a hell of a game. I think he had like 9 times value or something crazy like that. Still underpriced, I think. I think he could do more than 23 fantasy points here, but I'm just kind of waiting for it. I mean, he could easily go for 30 plus. And then Cole Anthony here at 23 fantasy points. Moving to the shooting guard, you got James Harden at 61 fantasy points. Shea Alexander here at 46. Zach LaVine at 45. Mid-tier, Devontae Graham at 31. Eric Bledsoe and Buddy Hield at 30 fantasy points apiece. And then value picks here at shooting guard, you got Josh Hart at 24. Delon Wright and Kevin Huerter both at around 22 fantasy points. Now, with the value, so obviously these value, they start off looking as GPP picks. And as the day goes on, bigger names might be out, then they're going to be slated and slotted up into the starting lineup. And you're going to take advantage of that with the salary and with this article. We also have a Discord channel, which you can find the link in the description down below. With that, we helped a ton of people throughout the day, and then about an hour before tip-off, we go ahead and give some other plays that we like. So you can get in there, mix and match some plays, ask questions. If I'm not able to answer, there's a lot of people in there that are able to answer. Moving to the small forward, you got Brandon Ingram at the top here at 47 fantasy points. Jason Tatum at 44. I love some Tatum, but his price is super high for his projection, so I would take Ingram over Tatum on this one. And then Kawhi Leonard at 41 fantasy points. I would still take Ingram as he's 700 cheaper than Kawhi and 600 cheaper than Jason on DraftKings. Mid-tier here, Cedi Osman at 28 fantasy points. I don't mind him for his price, but maybe a little bit better on FanDuel, but I just don't think he's going to get you enough to take you over the top to get you in the cash. Harrison Barnes, if that game does get out of hand, I think he's one that will still stay in there. I've got him at 27 fantasy points, which isn't exactly what I'd like to see at 6,100 on both sites, but if it is a blowout, he's more of a GPP potential player here. And then Otto Porter Jr. at 27 fantasy points projection. Do not like him on his price on DraftKings. Would take a look at him on FanDuel, GPP only though. And then value here, Cam Reddish, we've got him at 22 fantasy points, a little bit below what we're looking at value-wise. You're looking for a minimum, and it's the minimum is 5 times value. And I'm actually working on a chart. That has all of the salaries from like 3,000 all the way to 14,000. I think it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and then what those projections would need to be. So that chart will be on the site under the NBA tab when I get that when I get some time to get that finished. Hopefully this weekend. And then value, the Cam Reddish at 22, Patrick Williams 22, and Kelly Oubre at 21. Now Oubre's been doing pretty damn good. They're on Golden State's on a nice little roll, and I can't bring it up right now. I can't. It'll take too long to find his past fantasy points, and I don't have FanDuel or DraftKings up. But Kelly Oubre makes a fantastic GPP option, but it's more of a boom or bust GPP option. It's not a throw him in there and expect to cash type option. Moving to the power forward, you got Giannis here at 53 fantasy points. Like I said earlier, they're projected, or as of the making of the video, 13.5 point favorites. His price is $10,900 on DK, $11,400 on FanDuel, with a projection of 53. He's obviously easily could go for 65 plus, but the blowout is a big factor there. So if Giannis' shot isn't on, he's not the one putting them up on the blowout. They will sit him, and he will not get value. Like a few games ago, I think he got us 32 fantasy points for right around the same price, and that's just not going to be good enough. Sabonis here, I love him. We're looking at about 49 fantasy points. I love him on both sites. FanDuel, you get a little bit more value there, but DraftKings or FanDuel, don't mind really. And again, guys, this is a huge slate. Julius Randle here at the 44 fantasy points is his projection. Mid-tier, Tristan Thompson at 27 fantasy points. Serge Ibaka, and I believe Thompson is also center eligible on DraftKings, so you could take advantage of that at 4,500 on DraftKings. Serge Ibaka at 25 fantasy points and PJ Washington at 25 as well. If I were to take between Ibaka and Washington and they both get at least their value, I like Washington on DraftKings more. Ibaka a little bit more on Fanduel. And then value here at the power forward, Jay Crowder, 24 fantasy points. I don't mind that at all there on both sites. Kelly Olynyk, 24 as well. He's got some value there. And Doug McDermott, 22 fantasy points out of McD. Center position, Joel Embiid. I love him here. I just love him for his value and his price. Looking at 53 fantasy points out of him. Hopefully he stays, injury-free and plays the entire game, or at least his projected of 32 minutes, 33 minutes if you want to round up. I love him here. I wouldn't be surprised. It just feels like one of those nights where Embiid's going to go off. Absolutely just go off. Second one is Nikola Vucevic at 50. Bam Adebayo at 43. Mid-tier, Clint Capella, 34 fantasy points. Miles Turner at 32 fantasy points, and Raquan Holmes at 32. Now, Raquan Holmes is going to split some time, so that's something to look at. And then value here, Thomas Bryant at 26, Wendell Carter at 24, and DeMarcus Cousins at 23 fantasy points. Now, Raquan's going to split some time. His minutes projection's actually up over the past 5 days. It's gone from an average of about 24 projected to up to 31, so that's really looking good, and I think he could have a big game here. I like him a little bit better on DraftKings just pricing-wise. So those are just some of the plays, guys. Again, like I said, it's not the entire player list that we're looking at. We're looking at other ones. We have them here under our cheat sheet. So what we offer, we have the odds. So I'll kind of just look at the odds real quick and see. This is kind of what we have, and this is free. You can just click on this. So for yesterday's, what I do is I put it out on Google, and then the spread, the open, and then the current, and then the team total. So obviously the team total is great. You can look at that. You can see who's at home, who's away, who's what team is projected to score more team-wise, and then that can help you build your lineups as well. So like I said, to win other things. So currently our Facebook page here, we had to restart one. Every 100 follows here on our Facebook page, or likes on our Facebook page, one person, all of your names will be put into random.org generator. One person is going to win a free year of content. That includes MMA, MLB, NBA, NFL, PGA, NASCAR possibly, if we go back to that, NHL possibly, if we go back to that as well. So that is something to look forward to. Our Twitter, we're growing it. I think we got 300 followers yesterday, so if we can pump that up, I think we need less than 200 to get to 1,000. Once we hit 1,000 Twitter followers, I'll make a video, and anyone who comments on the video will be entered, and then whoever wins will win a free year of content as well. So make sure you are a subscriber both to Twitter and our site. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make a if you guys are interested, now let me know down below, but would you guys be interested in a weekly league on Fanduel or DraftKings where it's NBA? Fridays are, other than this huge slate, Fridays are normally the day that we have the best slates possible, the most amount of teams are playing. We could do a league, and whoever wins that league gets a week content, or gets a week pass. So if that's something you guys, or a 5-day pass, if that's something you're interested, let me know down below. Let me know what you would like to see in these videos and these articles. Put out a lot of content every single day. The more you guys check these articles out, that helps me out immensely. Subscribing here checks it out. Hit the bell notification. And if you guys want to win a free 5-day pass, you have to like the video and you have to be a subscriber, and tell me who's going to score the most amount of DraftKings fantasy points on this slate and how many fantasy points. You can't go over. Price is Right rules. So tell me who you would like. Comment down below. You got to be a subscriber. You got to like the video. So if you think Embiid's going to do it and you think he's going to go off for 78 fantasy points, put that down. Now, I'm not saying he will, obviously. And then let's say he gets 76. You lose because you went over. But if someone put like 50 and they were the closest without going over, they win. So don't get crazy with the numbers, but think about it. So that should help you out. Definitely go check out the website. We have a lot to offer, guys. A lot to offer. The Discord is going to be subscriber only starting February 1st. So if you want to get in and grandfathered in, check the link out down below. Get in there, make yourself known. Just say hello so we know you're active. If people are in there and they're not active, after a while we'll probably kick. So just heads up there. We do have an Mba the Match-Up Tool. This will be back on February 1st. Now, this is just like our NFL tool. But what it is, and you got to let me know what you guys would like to see. But we were doing this. You put the defense and how many fantasy points they've allowed, who their opponent is, and what players are going there. The games played, games started, minutes, and points. I might be changing this up a little bit, but it wasn't working just because like some teams were projected out. They were giving up like 86, average of 86 fantasy points to the point guard, and that's just a ridiculous number. That's not a true statement. So that's just something that we'll be bringing back. We have a lot of tools. It's kind of like the NFL. So just kind of looking at the NFL matchup tool. This is last week's. I'm already working on the wildcard weekend. I'm super excited for wildcard weekend. 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday. But as you can see, I mean, there's a ton of information for the NFL. But, defense, points allowed, opponent, fantasy points per game, who, the player, and then all of their stats here. So a lot of information went into this. This took a lot of time. So likes and views on my videos and ads for stuff like this go a long way, because this, I'm not going to lie, this takes a few days to do. I have a 11-month-old, so I can't just like do it 100%. So this takes days to do, and it's a completely free tool. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, if you've won with us in the past, let us know down below. We do have a few big winners. I'm not sure if you're still watching Trevino, but a couple of NFL seasons ago, he took home 2nd place in a GPP with a Saints stack, and he took home 25 grand using our advice. And what he did was he came back to the site and he bought the year pass and gave back a little bit. So this trying to pay it forward, trying to give you guys as much free advice as we possibly can. And if you guys use that or you would like to sign up, you definitely can. FTA Plus is here. Everything, a 5-day pass for $9.99. This is the best option right now, $34.99 for a month. If you click that but use the promo code NBA month, you're going to get half off for the month. If you would like a year pass, $3.99. There's one coupon code left. Click FTA Plus now. Use coupon code. Does anyone remember what it was? It was $300 off. You're going to get a year pass for $99. You're going to get $300 off if you use it. There's only one coupon code left, though. The monthly pass, I believe, has 20 coupon codes left. And it's first come, first serve, and once they're out, they're out. We also do sports betting. So let us know what you guys would like to see. Videos, articles, tools. And I've been looking at building like an optimizer and integrating into the website. But if I commission it out, it's like $5,000 to build a working one. So that's pretty much out of the picture. I know a little bit of coding, but if anyone is interested, knows coding, hit me up. Let me know. I'm just kind of curious. So that's all I've got in this video, guys. Good luck today. Huge slate. Let me know what you guys think about this slate down below. And let's bring home the bacon, guys.